When you hear talk about supporting the arts in schools and in our communities, conversation is rarely about the arts in schools and in our communities. The conversation is usually about money. Bottom line, is it fiscally responsible to fund the arts when that same money could be used to fund math, science, medicine? Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about dollars and cents. Let's talk about domestic revenue for the arts. Box office revenues for movie theaters has generated, adjusting for inflation, ranging from $9 to $14 billion every single year for more than 20 years. 1 billion movie tickets sold every year since 1995. That's a lot of movies. Paid music streaming services generate $2 billion a year. The music industry in general pulls in $15, $20 billion every year in America. What does this tell us? Well, it tells us that in America we take our money, our hard-earned money, and we spend it on art. We spend it on movies, we spend it on music, Netflix. One company that specializes in streaming movies and television shows generated $8 billion in 2016. It's on track to generate more than $11 billion in 2017. That's a huge rate of growth. That shows us that what do we want to spend our money on? We want to spend it on media. We want to spend it on art. And why? Well, why did you buy your last movie ticket? Why'd you go see the last concert you saw? You ever go to a play? You ever go to the ballet? You ever walk through a museum? Any of those things. Why did you do those things? We want to spend our money on products or services which inspire us, which make us happy, which are fun. And it turns out, more often than not, those things are the arts. So what is the actual problem here? Well, the problem is that as much as we want to consume the arts, art participation and offerings in schools have been on a steady decline for a long time in America. The National Endowment for the Arts reports a 5% overall decline in all offering and participation in arts in schools from the 1980s through today, and an even sharper rate of that decline occurring from the early 2000s to today. So what does that tell us? It tells us that there's less art being offered and there's less students doing art, and that the rate at which the education and participation in art is shrinking is a growing rate. We're losing art faster than ever before. The things that we love, the things that we want to consume, the things that we want to spend our money on and fill our lives with, they're disappearing. So I'm coming to you today with a solution. And the solution is the Kevin Finucane for Fine Arts Fund. I'm Kevin Finucane. My new nonprofit, the Kevin Finucane for Fine Arts Fund, will work with schools and work with community centers to develop new art education programs and maintain the art education programs that already exist but maybe are underfunded, both in and outside of our schools and within our communities. And this has a lot of phenomenal benefits. For starters, studies show that art participation for students leads to lower school dropout rates. Art's not your bag? Well, I'll tell you what, art participation will help students achieve higher academic success across all areas. Stephen Gamboa, in 2014, wrote a thesis which, using data from the Education Longitudinal Survey as well as taking information from more than 25,000 students, demonstrates how art is beneficial to self-image, is beneficial to confidence, to better socialization, to better academic performance, which leads to a higher rate of success in later life. The art itself aside, participating in art through all the information we've been able to gather makes us better people, makes us more successful people. If you donate to the Kevin Finucane for Fine Arts Fund today, you can help the children in your community do a range of things that are amazing. You'll help children learn and grow and develop. You'll help children express themselves in ways that are healthy and productive. You'll help children add value back to their communities through art shows, through sculpting, through painting, through theater, through music, through dance, and all of these things, giving back to the community. You'll help children become more academically inclined and successful. You will help grow your community by donating to my fund. Alternatively, a world without the Kevin Finucane for Fine Arts Fund, or a world without any similar endeavor, a world where the arts are continuing to shrink at a growing rate, is a world where we'll be driving to work and we will have nothing to listen to. We will have dead air in the car. We'll be cooking or cleaning in our home and we'll have nothing in the background to fill the silence and fill us with joy and inspire us and have fun. You'll have a weekend. You just got paid. You're ready to go spend that money on something fun. You're ready to gather up the kids or the family or some friends and go out and do something. And there's no concerts, and there's no movies, there's no museums. You run the risk of living in a world where you're earning your paycheck and there is nothing that you want to spend it on. Today, you have an opportunity to help make the world a better place. Donate to the Kevin Finucane for Fine Arts Fund. And let's create a better world for our children through a selfish act. Let's create a better world for our children by furthering the things that we already love, the arts. And let's do it together.